Hello, folks. Welcome to another episode of Listen in 3D. We are on the big episode 50, episode number 50. Hopefully, y'all are enjoying yourselves, having fun. I'm your boy Justin, aka Too Tall for You Fool.
And I'm Netta, aka Wondrous Net.
And together, we're both Team 3D, the host of Listen in 3D, where we discuss, dissect, and debate the music and the albums in the world of hip hop and other genres. Like what you're seeing, give us a like, comment, subscribe, share this thing around all your social media outlets, wherever you want to share that, do so. Um, just a reminder, we are on all podcasting platforms, so wherever you want to listen to us, you should be able to find us. Links are in the description of this video and our main YouTube page. If you want to help us out one step further, click on that notification bell when you are subscribed. That way, you get notifications when an episode or one of our shorts go live. We have a lot of shorts coming. I know a few weeks back I kind of slacked it for a while, but we do have shorts coming, so don't worry about it. There, we have a lot of content coming on some of the episodes we've already done, and yeah, today is a special episode. Today, wouldn't you say, Netta?
Yeah, the big 5-0.
Did you think we'd make it to 50 episodes?
Yeah, I thought so.
Well, I mean, you kept coming back, so I must be doing something right. Well, we must be doing something right if we want to keep doing this podcast series every week. But that definitely, it's been a pleasure doing this with you. I'm having a lot of fun, and I'm ready to do 50 more. If you know what I'm saying.
Same here.
Yeah, definitely. So from the hat that I'm wearing today, I guess you can kind of say I came a little dressed for the occasion.
Yes.
So we wanted to do a very memorable album that a lot of hip hop fans like for episode number 50. So without further ado, Netta, who are we talking about today?
So today we'll be talking about the Wu-Tang Clan, their album Enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers. It was released November 9th, 1993. It was their debut studio album. It was certified 3 times platinum. It peaked at number 8 on the R&B and hip hop album charts and number 41 on the Billboard 200. It had singles including Protect Your Neck, Cash Rules Everything Around Me, and Can It All Be So Simple? And there were music videos for all the singles, plus Method Man, Wu Tang Clan Ain't Nothing to F with, and The Mystery of Cheese Boxing.
Chess
And there were no
boxing, chess
guest,
boxing.
oh, chess boxing. And there were no
My
guest
bad.
appearances.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, it was chess boxing. It was a typo there. Prepared outline. Sorry, folks. So yeah, no guest appearances. So the Wu Tang Clan, very popular hip hop group. I mean, whether it be a new fan or old school fan, eventually, if you dig into this genre deep enough, you will eventually have heard of them at some point. They are 9 members, 9 original members. I'm going to go through the names very quickly. So we will start with the RZA, who at one point was known as Prince Rakeem. I believe that was one of his other names. Yeah, Prince Rakeem. Jizza, also known as a Genius. Inspector Deck, You God, Ghostface Killer, Method Man, Raekwon, and then am I forgetting anyone else? Old Dirty Bastard, may him rest in peace. And what's that? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Who was the last member I'm missing? RZA, Jizza, Inspector Deck, You Got, Ghostface Killer, Method Man, Raekwon. Uh, who am I missing? Old Dirty Bastard.
uh,
I know he's no longer with us. And
did you
then,
say the God or something
yeah,
like
You
that?
Got, yeah, I got him.
You God.
I thought they would have all been on here. Actually, let me go to this thing real quick. I know. Uh,
Capadonna.
no, yeah, Capadonna. Yeah, he joined later on. I was trying to go with the 9 original members. Yeah, the RZA, Old Dirty Bastard, Inspector Get, You Got, Raekwon, Ghostface Killer. God damn, it's not showing me here either. Let's see. RZA, Jizza, Method Man, Raekwon, Ghostface, Killer, Inspector Dick, You Got, Master Killer, and Old Dirty Bastard. Yeah, Master Killer. He was the other one also. So, yep. I can't believe I crap. Sorry, Master Killer. If you do the math, that's 9 members. I know I'm probably going to be scolded for that one later. Yeah, Master Killer was the other one. So, um, yeah, so they started out in 91, with a demo tape, and then, 1993, they brought 36 Chambers. So, they've been around hip hop for a long time. I would say of the most popular ones from the group, I would say I would have to go probably Method Man, Ghostface Killer, and Raekwon definitely. Can't mention Wu-Tang without him. An old dirty bastard was a pretty popular one as well until his death in 2004. Capadonna, he wasn't an original member, so I wasn't really including him in the original 9. Let's see. So for the most part, the name comes from there were definitely martial art films. Enter the Dragon, that was one of their inspirations, and then the 36 Chamber of Shaolin was another inspiration, at least for this album. So like a lot of the karate samples come from those films. If you listen to it, that's how it goes. And yeah, so speaking of which, if they do say Shaolin, they're referring to where they're from, Staten Island. This album, definitely paved the way for, you know, a more edgier tone in the East Coast rap. They were pretty much saying the same thing that, the Death Row Camp, Ice Cube, that they were all doing out west, which, and when this came out in 1993, let's be real, um, they were, the West was dominating during that time. I mean, it's kind of no secret about it if you read the history books. This actually dropped a couple weeks before Snoop's Doggy Style. So, um, but it did pretty well. I mean, it definitely was able to break through. Looking back at the on the Wu Tang Clan, I would have to say didn't really hear a lot of their stuff on West Coast radio. If I'm being perfectly honest, I would say definitely Cream. I believe was one of the first songs I heard from them. That was on my old Yo MTV Rap CD. And aside from that, just yeah, they really got popular in '97 with their album after this, their doubles album, Wu Tang Forever. So, I mean, that's really the childhood memories I have of Wu Tang. And then, just growing up listening to their singles over the years, uh, good group, great group. I mean, that's definitely a groundbreaking for, hip hop in general. If I'm being perfectly honest, that they're not my favorite, but hey, I'm repping them today, Wu Tang Wednesday. All right. You got any thoughts on Wu Tang Clan?
I've definitely heard a lot about them, but I and we've done like a couple episodes from people. Method Man episode 42, Cuban Links. I think that's episode 16 or 17. I want to say. Um, so I was like, okay, I guess now we can get to know the group as a whole. Um, to be perfectly honest, it's not. This album really wasn't my cup of tea, if I'm being perfectly honest.
I will say, if I'm going to rank them, I would say of the Wu Tang affiliate members, I I I, I kind of like this one the best. I thought it was a little better than Raekwon and Method Man's album, if I'm being honest. But at least especially from a single standpoint. But I could see why. I mean, Raekwon in
You like
particular.
you
Oh,
like this one better than Method Man and the Cuban Links?
yeah. I mean, Raekwon, I would say, is probably on the same level. I definitely do like it better than the Method Man one, if that makes sense.
I would put it like the to Cal,
Hmm.
Cuban Links, this one.
Okay, that's fair. We'll probably have to do another Wu Tang album, but I mean, hey, it's your opinion. So, definitely let us know your opinions in the comments. If what's your favorite Wu Tang album or Wu Tang affiliate album for the most part? Let us know. We want to know. All right, so let's start with the album artwork. And what'd you think of it?
I thought this was up there with one of the more bizarre ones. The one that sticks out in my mind was the Ghetto Boys when they're just like in a hospital and
Oh
they're
yeah,
all messed up, or one of the guys is
Bushwick. Yeah,
shot and stuff.
Bushwick
But
Bill. Yeah,
this one really stuck out to me too because it seems like they're like in a cult or fraternity or something. They're masked. Their faces are masked. I saw that in RZA's memoir, The Tao of Wu. He said we wanted to remain anonymous because we wanted the music to speak for itself. We didn't want to be recognized as celebrities. We wanted to be recognized as a force. So I guess that's what's going on here. I like that it's very unique. I've never seen an album cover like this.
yeah. It's a little out there. For me, I know one of the music videos, "The Mystery of Chess Boxing." It kind of I think that video kind of reflects the artwork. If you did see that music video, it's like they're kind of like playing chess, like in like a board. It was a very creative music video. I think it's definitely one of my favorites on out of all the music videos, in my opinion. So I mean, it kind of reminded me of that, and then just anonymous, like with the hoods and everything. Wu Tang Clan. Yeah, just like no faces. I always like albums where it's like a picture or their faces on the cover. Always like an album cover like that. So I thought it was pretty creative. Maybe I can see how it could be bizarre, with like the at least they didn't go like with ski mask or anything. So I mean
Yeah,
I mean
it's a lot of some of the albums we reviewed didn't have the artist's face on the cover, but this was probably the first one we reviewed that didn't have the artist's face on the cover, but it had their bodies. So that was a very interesting way to go with it.
yeah, yeah, definitely. One thing before we move on, what are your thoughts on the Wu Tang logo or insignia,
Um,
whatever you want to call it?
Yeah, I think it's really cool. Like it definitely reminds you of the whole kung fu thing, like Zorro or something,
Yeah.
chopping up something. What do you think?
I think it's very creative. I like how they did the W and like the wings kind of, Wu Tang Clan. Eventually, they just shortened it to Wu Tang later on, but I thought it was really good. And I mean, like I said, they may not be my favorite hip hop group or group of artists, but I will definitely say definitely top two or three in all of hip hop when it comes to like their logo or insignia. Like in terms of being recognizable, just being creative, still relevant today. I mean, people know that logo. Oh, Wu Tang, like.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I mean, I think it's definitely one of the best, if not the best, in all of hip hop. So I got to give a shout out to whoever designed it. They designed a good thing. So moving on. All right, so let's start with the beats. I thought the production was pretty good for the most part. For it being their debut album. Coming out of the East Coast in '93. I know it wasn't more G Funk based. It was more boom rap or whatever they called it on the East. But I thought there were some good beats. I'd have to say Cream was very creative, and then I like I like the beat to the other single to Can It Be All So Simple. I thought that was a really good beat too. So yeah, but I think Cream had to be my favorite. Cash rules everything around me. What about you? What were your favorite beats or beat?
Yeah, Cream was my runner up.
Hmm.
My most favorite one was Tears. I really love that beat.
Oh yeah, I had a feeling you were gonna like that one. Yeah, Tears. Yeah, the sample with Tears is actually a really good one. It was a good sample. So yeah,
Yeah,
Tears was a
Protect Your Neck. I like that beat too. I like that one a lot.
little subpar. It was. it's a good song, but it was average in my opinion. But and there was something with the beat that stood out to it. Maybe like the kung fu samples that they put in the song, but I didn't think it was like excellent or anything like that. Um, all right, moving on. So let's go singles. Let's start with can it be also simple? Um, when I hear a song like this, I just think of just simpler times, like growing up. Then you grow up, and then like what the video reflected, guys hustling, trying to do what they can to make a living, all that stuff, and it's just like, why can't we go back to simpler times? I think it's one of the first songs with Raekwon and Ghostface. One thing about those two guys together, they're like magic when they do songs together. I don't know what it is. I mean, I think Raekwon's Heaven and Hell was a little better than this one, but if I'm being honest, but um it was a very good song, and just very touching. Just like I said, just reminds me of simpler times. Um, you got any thoughts on this one?
Yes, I had similar thoughts. I, it definitely puts you in the mindset of just thinking about childhood and
Hmm.
nostalgia, and the question that they ask, like, can it be can it be that it was all so simple then? Like, was it really that simple back in the day, or has my perspective just changed?
Maybe
I
it
think.
was. I don't know. I mean, maybe as a family it was a bit of a struggle, but I mean, as a kid, I mean, one of my best friends told me that being a kid is the best time of our lives, and you know what? He was to this day he was still right.
Yeah, it really was a lot more simple. We had a lot less things to even consider, and for the people who are lucky, you're not really considering where if, how you're going to feed yourself, if you're going to get money, stuff like that. So it is a way simpler time. But looking back, it's just like, how how was I so oblivious to the world back then? And that's the vibe I got from the song. I really liked Raekwon's verses, or his verse too, and he
Mhm.
says, "Ignorant and mad young, wanted to be the one till I got blow blow blow, felt one." And I liked Ghostface Killer's his verse when he just talks about how he's trying to figure out how a way to cope. And I like at the end when Method Man explains all of the members of the group,
Yeah.
because even though I don't really, I know it's a cult, this is a cult group or whatever, I don't really care for the music. That,
Mhm.
I mean, not that I don't care for it, but I just think it's okay. But I like how all of the members seem to have a unique appreciation
Yeah, they do.
for what each member brings to the group. That really probably lends to their longevity. That they really just seem to appreciate each other, and they want each other to shine in unique ways. So I thought that was unique about them.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. One of the cool things about this group is that they're just they all bring different styles and stuff to the table. They all ain't the same going in. So especially being in a group with 8 other members, it's like, or what I want to bring that's different. So it's not every day you come across a hip hop group with 9 different artists. So it's like, you're gonna have a lot of clashing, a lot of fights. That definitely, and I'm sure. Well, we all know that Wu Tang's had their growing pains too, just like any other group. So, yeah, but definitely a good song. Any thoughts on the music video?
Um, I liked how they at the very beginning, I think they were like depicting
Mm,
children, because it just felt like they were just really talking about childhood a lot.
yeah,
So I thought it was pretty good.
yeah. I thought the music video reflected what I thought of the song a lot. Just going back in time, just simpler times. Being in the park. Now it's like you grow up, you hustling, all this kind of stuff. All right, let's go on to "Protect Your Neck," which was their first single, I believe. Um, I'll let you start this one off.
Yeah, I liked this beat. I know you think it's just a kind of a basic kind of beat, but
Yeah.
it kind of reminded me of the Halloween. You know that movie Halloween when they're
Mm,
like I forget how it goes, but it's like a really scary theme song they have on that movie, and it kind of reminded me of that. I liked the Genius's verse the best when he's talking about how the major companies are afraid to
yeah.
promote their music. He says he don't know the meaning of dope when he's looking for a suit and tie rap that's cleaner than a bar of soap.
Mm.
And he says that's what you get when you misuse what I invent. Your empire falls and you lose every cent for trying to blow up a scrub. and so and I also liked when he said, should have pumped it when I rocked it. Niggas so stingy. They got short arms and deep pockets. So I thought that was a really good verse. What did you think?
In terms of verses, I would have to say, well, first off, I like how everyone, just about everyone in the group, stepped to this song for the most part. I liked Inspector Deck how he started it off saying, "I smoke on the mic like smoking Joe Fraser, the Hellraiser, raising hell with the flavor, terrorize the jam like troops in Pakistan, swinging through your town like your neighborhood Spider Man." I thought that was dope how he started it off, and then also like the Method Man when he stepped in after Raekwon. It's the Method Man for short for Mr. Meth. Moving on your left. Ah. Yeah, I just that part always gets me when I hear this song. That definitely a unique song from the Wu Tang, but I think everyone brought it. Him, those two along with Raekwon, Ghostface, Old Dirty Bastard did really well too. RZA, Genius, just they all did a very good job on the song and the video. First video, pretty interesting video for the most part. Just um, I mean, nothing like spectacular, but it was a pretty basic music video. Just with them, I like how they just introduced themselves, like when they came out. Even how they want to be anonymous, but then like you see the music video, it's like, oh, Inspector Deck, oh, Method Man, oh, Ghostface Killer. So
and
yeah,
yeah, it was like a big rough cipher on a video,
yeah,
and it was your favorite black and white.
yeah, of course, yeah, black and white.
But yeah, it wasn't that much going on with the video. Besides, yeah, they needed to introduce themselves if
Yeah.
if anybody's ever going to stand a chance of telling them apart.
Yeah, definitely. And then yeah, and they weren't gonna do it with the album cover. So I mean, I'm sorry if you weren't able to watch MTV during this time. Then like myself, like you were kind of out of luck. Like I still
SOL.
yeah. So yeah. All right. Then we go into probably their most popular single, probably one of their most popular songs. Cash rules everything around me. Cream. I like Method Man on the chorus. I think he did, pretty good for the most part. Inspector Get Deck and Wake Raekwon had some great killer verses on here. Um, that definitely um, just like the Inspector Deck's verse, talking about, how he, selling drugs at a young age and, getting caught up and everything and, just, still talking about, how life is just hell and you do what you got to do. Cash rules everything around you at the end of the day. So that's what I really got out of his verse. I think he had the more impactful verse than Raekwon if I'm comparing the two. But great song. Timeless classic. Never gets old. I mean, people love it still to this day. So can't uh, can't go wrong with it if you're playing it like a party or anything. Well, hip hop party, of course. Got any thoughts on on this song?
Yeah, the cream is just something that I heard a lot throughout like the 2000s.
Mm,
I was trying to do my Googles on what did I used to hear this all the time on, and I really couldn't find any songs besides this one. But I know I heard it so many times. But this song, I actually really liked this song. It was what I wanted the entire album to be when they kind of are like telling their story.
Mm-hmm.
They did it a little bit on Tears too, but Raekwon says, "Figured out I went the wrong route, so I got with a sick tight click and went all out." I really like that. I really
Mm-hmm.
like how they're kind of just telling the story of what led them to the place they're in now. I thought that was cool. Um, and the video, they're just kind of sitting at a table, standing in an apartment building, like riding in a car.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that much going on.
Yeah, I would say yeah, music video was subpar. Just kind of similar to Can It All Be So Simple? A little similar, maybe not by much. What I will shout out Raekwon's little verse here. I grew up on the crime side, the New York Times side. Staying alive was no jive at second hands. Moms bounced on old men. So then we moved to Shaolin, which was Staten Island, like I said. So so yeah, that's a perfect way how they described Staten Island, calling it Shaolin Land. So so I mean, yeah, just good song. Can't complain about it. All right, so now that we talked the singles, what are your top three picks?
So I went with Can It All Be So Simple,
Mm,
Cream, and Clan in the Front, with an honorable mention for the very last song. I really like very last words they said in the
mm.
very last song, so I give an honorable mention to that.
All right, for me, it was Protect Your Neck, Cream, and then I had to go with probably my favorite man in this whole group, the Method Man. Yeah, honorable mention, Tears, The Mystery of Chess Boxing. Yeah, and then Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to F with is another honorable mention as well. Lot of I thought a lot of songs were solid. Maybe not spectacular what we were expecting going into this, but I thought a lot of them were solid songs. So anyway, so we both agreed on Cream, which is probably the best song on the whole album. Let's be real about it. Plan in the Front. What'd you like about this one?
I liked how I felt like it was kind of like the opposite of Timeless, but kind of in a good way. It felt like a snapshot in time because he was making all these kind of allusions or references to stuff I just had to Google, and like uh, Bernard gets come
Hmm.
fronting hard, then Bernard gets what he
Yeah.
deserves. The guy in 1984 who did a shooting on the subway, and then
Uh,
he makes a references to a lot of mid 70s movies. Claudine and Cooley High.
mm.
Claudine went to Cooley High and had mad kids, and
Oh.
then he makes a reference to Dolomite. I also like how he compares his hip hop performances to baseball. He says, "I'm on the mound, G, and it's a no hitter. And my DJ, the catcher, he's my man. In a way, he's the one who devised the plan. He throws the signs. With uh, I hook up the beats with clout. I
Mm.
know I throw the rhymes to the mic and I strike them out. So I like the baseball bars. What did you think of it?
I thought the baseball bars were pretty cool. That definitely. The first verse, the Wu's coming through. The outcome is critical. Fucking with my style is sort of like a miracle on 34th Street in the square of Herald. I'm game LL the bitch caught a fits like Gerald. I thought that was like pretty clever.
Yeah.
Let's get on this mission like Indiana Jones, the Jizza, one who just represents the Wu Tang clique with the game and soul of an old school flick. So it goes into that Claudine to Cooley High thing you just talked about. I thought that was pretty cool. Definitely Full Metal Jackets. That's a that's a movie from the 80s, I believe. I think it was made in the 80s. Kind of a crazy movie, Full Metal Jacket. And then yeah, the baseball references in verse two I thought were pretty clever also. So
Yeah.
I mean, Yeah, definitely. Fun fact about myself: baseball was the first sport I ever played. So, all right,
You know what? Actually, same like softball though. I
softball. Oh, well.
played since I was about six, all the way until senior year in high school.
Yeah, I only played third and fourth grade, a little bit of fifth grade, and after that, just dropped the dropped the glove in a baseball for basketball, pretty much. um, but yeah, I still enjoy it. I still like watching it and everything. So, and then for me, my other pick, Method Man. I think the song was just so fly. He must have been the whole. I thought he was like the flyest guy in this whole crew at the time because the fact that no one else in the crew had a song named after them, and then just they shouting out all the members at the beginning of the song, and then you know, Wu-Tang strikes again. The RZA, the Jizza, old dirty bastard, Inspector Kid, Raekwon the chef, you got Ghostface Killer, and the Method Man. Just METHOD man, METHOD man. I thought it was pretty clever. One of my favorite rhymes in this one. Patty cake, they hit the Method Man. Don't eat Skippy, Jif, or Peter Pan. Peanut butter, cause I'm not butter. In fact, I snap back like rubber band. I be Sam I am, and I don't eat green eggs. I thought that was funny. Yeah, one of my favorite parts. Just yeah, Method Man. I always thought he could flow. That definitely, and just when I first heard this, I was just like, wow, this is the guy, and he got his pretty much solo two verses out of this song, and pretty cool, pretty fly guy, if you ask me. So, as for the music video, I thought just it was all right. Just nothing special. Just them rapping, just around the town or whatever. Did you like this song, or was it honorable mention, or you like whatever's about it for better from Method Man?
it was okay. I liked what I thought might have been a bridge or something. He's like, I got fat bags of skunk, white
Hmm.
owl blunts, and I'm about to go get lifted, and got myself a 40, got myself a shorty.
Oh yeah,
uh, um,
that was
I
funny.
like I like that part.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Pretty. Yeah. It was a break. All right, y'all white owls. You get your meth, get your skins. Yeah. Don't forget your 40. Yeah. He starts like kind of singing, and yeah, it
Yeah.
was it was like a break. It wasn't real chorus or anything. So yeah, he shows his singing abilities there. So all right. So discussed our singles. Discuss the singles. Discuss our favorites. All right, so for album cuts and expansions, there is an expanded version. That was the main one I was really able to find, at least on the Spotify side of things. The first 12 songs are the actual album. I think for the expanded version, it had, I think, a acapella of Cream and then like a remix of Protect Your Neck. And then what else was there? Um, let's see. So, and then I know there was an international release with the Method Man Skunk remix, and then I believe yeah, that was it for expansions. I know there haven't been like any anniversary editions at this time, so but I mean you can also look for on Spotify on the expanded edition. They had I think four more songs. I'm just gonna open up my Spotify real quick.
Well,
Uh,
one thing that they said at the very end in the Wu
mhm.
Tang Seventh Chamber Part Two conclusion, like it was the last thing they said in the song. The last thing Juice said, he said, "Bow, now
Mm.
it's all over. Niggas seeing pink hearts, yellow moons, orange stars, and green clovers." I thought that was awesome because it just made you think of that the cartoon
Oh,
who bumped his head and all the stuff is swirling
oh,
around. I thought that was really cool.
yeah. I know for me, yeah. I mean it. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Oh yeah, looks like I also found. All right, so I found the other one. It was the Skunk remix is also on the expanded version, along with the Protect Your Neck Shylin mix and the Cream acapella. So, and then another thing, if you do get it on vinyl and cassettes, um, I might get it on vinyl at someday. I mean, it's not at the top of my list to get on vinyl, but if you do get it on vinyl or cassette, track listing is a little different. I believe they put "Protect Your Neck" before the intermission, which would be after "Can It Be All So Simple," and then the song, yeah, they put it after that song, and then they pretty much it goes from number 10 to number 6, and then after that it just starts pretty much the rest of the album. So they probably moved it there for time constraints, at least on the vinyl. So let's see. So recommendations. It may not have been our favorites, but it did pave the way for these three albums that I'm about to mention right now. Nas's Illmatic, which we did a couple episodes back, episode number 47. Definitely check out our episode on that one. The Notorious B.I.G.'s Ready to Die. We did that all the way back in episode number 2. And then Mob Deep's The Infamous. We did that back at episode number 4. So those would be the three recommendations. Obviously, their whole catalog, with all the members and everything. I could go through there, but we'd be here all day. Too many albums to name. but Takal, Bill for Cuban Links, the ones we've done with the Wu-Tang members. I'd also recommend those. You know, um, they could be arguably better in some cases, like it was for Netta. So, all right. So, before we get into closing thoughts on this album.
um, eh, I like what they kind of stand for with the brotherhood. I like that they're interjecting the whole kung fu into their music. I like that they're a unique group, but
Mm,
honestly, it's not my kind of music. If I'm being honest.
all right. So, not taking any of these songs back to your playlist, at least not this go round.
Uh, Probably cream. I'll take
Cream.
cream back. Yeah.
Okay, so for me, Protect Your Neck is a song I listen to quite a bit. Cream, same. I've heard it enough over time, so I'm probably not taking any of these songs back to the playlist. But overall, I think it was a great delivery. I think they started something new on the East Coast, and definitely, I think it did get them into that harder edge, which I feel like a lot of hip hop fans were looking for during that time. So paving the ways for the Nas's, the Bigs, Mob Deeps, even later on like 50 Cent, DMX, just artists coming out of the East like that. So I feel it did its job there. If I'm being honest, I know it's an iconic album, but if not one of my favorites. I wouldn't put it in like my top 5 or anything like that. Might get the vinyl, like I said, later on, just for collection purposes. But overall, great album. If we do Wu Tang Forever, whenever we do that, we'll compare albums and we'll see which ones are better. So that definitely would like to start doing that pretty soon. All right, so we're gonna go just a little few minutes longer here. This is episode number 50. So we've done well, technically 49 albums since the first episode. We were just talking about what we want to do. How have you felt about the show so far in terms of albums we've listened to, what you want to listen to, just overall, just
It's been pretty good. Just going through all of these albums, which most of them I might have heard like a song or two on them, and now I'm getting the full story. So I like it. It's like I'm just investigating all these songs to see what what hits for me and
yeah.
what might not. How about you?
I think for me, well, I've heard a lot of these albums. I think the albums I haven't heard, there were quite a bit that did surprise me. That to the point where I actually did pick up the vinyls for some of these albums. Like I was like, well, dude, this is really good. So, but I'm glad I'm doing this. Definitely just not it's gotten me to listen to, different rotation of music. So, and then, the albums I, really like and songs I really like, I'll put on a playlist, which I have. So, and, I think it's done wonders for me. So, of the albums we've done so far, give me two or three albums that, you've liked the most so far.
Okay, same here. It has changed my rotation
Mm.
of music. The albums that really surprised me, I would say the top three. It's Dark and Hell is Hot.
I knew you were going to say
DMX,
that.
yeah, who
You really like
is
that one. You really,
I love It's Dark. I love it.
yeah. Wait till we do the next
Who-
DMX album.
uh, Damn by Kendrick Lamar.
Damn,
That
that,
was
that,
really,
that was a really good one
yeah.
too.
We did that just prior to this whole beef with Drake and stuff, and I started listening to him a little bit during that. But prior to that, I was like, "Holy f!" Like he's great.
Yeah.
So that shocked me. And then your album choice, G Funk Classics, Nate Dogg,
Really?
love that. Oh
Really?
yeah,
Really? Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I love that.
That makes
I'm a
that makes me feel good, actually.
Yeah, I really really love that. Which one surprised you?
For me, well, I'll give an honorable mention to. It's not a hip hop album, but "What's Going On," one of your picks that we did just recently. I really enjoyed that. I thought that was a good one. But keeping it, to hip hop, uh, the Fugees, the score. I really enjoyed that album. I thought that was very good. Um, I like the EPMD's "Strictly Business." That was very well produced album. And then my favorite one, believe it or not, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. He's the DJ, I'm the rapper. Those were my three favorites. I had to go. A lot of them I had already heard, so like I'm a big Bone fan, so I didn't want to be like, "Oh, Bone's my favorite." Oh, of course it is. So I'm going to give you something I hadn't heard, and just these
Yeah.
those were some albums I had not heard. So
Okay, yeah.
yeah, but definitely. Yeah, EPMD and DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. I got those on vinyl, so I probably will get the Fugees at some point, but that was probably be my third. But but yeah, I think those were some good picks. Definitely looking at the scope of things within the next 50 episodes. What albums would you like to tackle? Anything it could be your choice. Something I have on this list here. Um,
Um, I'm looking forward to the Space Jam soundtrack.
Space Jam,
Uh,
of course.
Nicki Nicki Minaj's Pink Friday. Both of those I'm looking forward to just because I've heard them before.
Yeah.
Space Jam is very nostalgic. Nicki Minaj, Pink Friday, very nostalgic. The other one I'm looking forward to, I've never heard it before, but I've heard a lot about him. Nipsey Hussle, Victory Lap.
Oh,
I'm
that's
looking
a
forward to listening to that because he seems to have a big
yeah.
impact on people.
Yeah, definitely. That's one of the ones I'm really looking forward to. Another one I'm looking forward to. I'm just gonna try to keep it to albums I have not heard before. Let's see. Well, actually, you know what? I'll do one album I've heard before. Ice Cube's Death Certificate. I'm really looking forward to that one. Um, Eric B and Rakim's Paid in Full. I've not heard that album all the way through. I'm looking forward to that. Souls of Mischief, 93 Till Infinity. That's another good one. And then I have cheated on some of these, just out of curiosity. I'm also looking forward to Slick Rick's The Great Adventures of Slick Rick. One of the best storytellers in the game. So I'm looking forward to that as well. And, just well, a lot of good stuff coming up. So just keep it here on, Listening 3D, where we discuss, dissect, and debate the music in the world of hip hop and other genres. I'm your boy Justin, aka Tooth Hall for You Fool, for Netta, aka Wondrous Net. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We will see you on the next one. Later.